Falcon fans, and of course, Falcon fans. Didn't want to show the Jordan collection over there. Y'all know this, y'all know the deal. One time for the fan, we back talking Falcons football. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. One time for the fan is like that. Hashtag one time for the one time. T Will for my ATL Sports. One time for the fan. Big shout to Kerry. And of course, big shout to Bodie 3000. One time for the fan. We back talking Falcons football. T Will.
What's going on, Jack Spade? How you doing, brother?
I got the sound effects queued up today, so go ahead and use your Bane voice. I got the wow for the Bane voice back. Right? And when you want to mention Jimmy Lake Lanier, when you mention Jimmy Lake Lanier, I can bring up the laugh. I got that back again. And then when you are keeping that thing on you with that hot sauce in your pocket, bruh. Right? And of course, we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons in such a positive way like you do. We have a
Love it.
Now, if you're talking about that sun today for the Falcon fans, that Flowery Branch, Georgia heat was ridiculous. I got the sheesh.
Man, that's just
that shit was hot today. Sheesh. T Will, former ATL Sports, one time for the fan, man. Chat is live, chat is lit. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, sir. Doing well. How you doing today?
Man, I tell you what, man. I was out there, training camp, day 3, open to the public. The vibes, the energy. T. Will, you was there for those 2 days. It was the same thing like today, just even hotter.
But oh yeah, man. Look, I went day 1 and day 2. First and foremost, man, just to be out there with your Falcons family, all the content creators, all the Falcon fans, all the fans of our show, was just tremendous, man. What great time. I hate I couldn't be there today, but definitely enjoyed myself yesterday. Definitely enjoyed myself on Thursday. It has been a great 3 days. And hey, I, for one, Jack, can't wait to hear what you have to say about day 3, sir, as you were there live in the flesh. So, tell us about it. Tell us about the stars and the standouts for day 3. We also got some folks in the chat, man. We got C Smooth. We got DSGB Hall. We got DA Hunter. Of course, we got Georgia, Texas boy. We got Philip Crawford, what it do? We got Lisa Shepard. What's going on? We got Silk Legacy, and we got my guy, 82 Monte Carlo. Carlo, big up, man. How you doing? Hopefully doing well out there, brother. So, yeah, man, we're caught up on the chat. But tell us, man, how was day 3? You were there. You were live. Give us your thoughts.
So, first of all, big shout out to everybody here in the chat. Let's go ahead and catch up to the chat. Because, with the comments going crazy, day 3, open to the public training camp. A lot to talk about tonight. Impact players to look for. Hell, I was even talking to the Dixon Way. Shout out to the Dixon Way.
Dixon Way, what it do?
Him and his wife. Big shout out to the Dixon Way and the family over there. I was talking to them earlier. Also, Auntie Pam, too, as well. She was on the hill with me. And we were just going over a lot about the Atlanta Falcons. And, of course, I even mentioned that I'm damn near ready to even talk about who I think is going to be the starting 11 on offense and possibly the starting 11 on defense. I'm gonna give it a couple of days.
Already?
I'm bro. Let me tell you something. I've been there 3 days. I understand there's more training camp. I understand there's more practice. I understand it's the preseason games. But from what I saw as a Falcon fan this weekend, and as a podcaster, a content creator, somebody who's been studying the Atlanta Falcons for a very long time, I think I'm pretty good to call out who I think is going to be on the starting 11.
Well, brother, let's talk about it.
But I'll give it some time. I just want to wait till they put the pads on, I believe, Tuesday or Wednesday. So I just want to get 1 day. I want to get 1 day.
Bro, you cannot tease your audience like that, man. Now, we want to know. We want to know what Jack Spade is thinking.
I will say this, man. Jordan Fuller being with the ones, too. We talked about it the other day. That's just one name just to look at. I know he's on a 1-year deal over here. I know he came from, I think it was Carolina, but he does have ties with Raheem. But Jordan Fuller is a name that you might hear me mention from time to time. I know fans might hear Xavier Watts and so on. Got a chance to meet Xavier Watts too. extremely brilliant, cool young man. Man, I'm talking about this kid right here. Came over, talked to a lot of the Falcon fans, signed some autographs. Big shout to Xavier Watts. But we're gonna keep it real here, T. Will. When we're talking Falcons football, man. We gotta get that 53 in line, right? And I talked about that presence that Jordan Fuller has with Raheem from years ago with playing with the Rams, and it's very much possible that I think that he could be penciled in as the starting safety. Now, some people might go after me like that, like Jack, you can't say that about Xavier Woods, you can't go say that about DeMarco Hellams. They didn't get their shine, they didn't get their chance yet. I feel you, but I'm just going over what I see. But we'll get to that. I want to catch up to the chat because the chat is live, chat is lit. If we get too far behind in the comments, T. Will, it's a wrap. You might just go ahead and close the chat down.
It
Smooth
is a
season
wrap
chat.
if we get too far behind.
One time for the one time. Big shout to Smooth C78 in the chat. DSGB Hall said, Falcon fans, and of course, Falcon fan DSGB Hall texting us from the slums and the trenches of a warehouse in Mexico because the face department. Big shout to DSGB Hall. Hashtag let her go. Speaking of Carolyn, Smooth season in the chat. Jack T. Will, Miss Carrie F. Baby. Big shout to Smooth C in the chat. Carrie was here with us today for day 3 of Open to the Public training camp. Carrie got some pretty cool pictures and videos and so on. So I'm sure you'll probably see her post it if she hasn't posted already. Got a chance to talk a lot of football with Carrie. You guys probably saw the videos on the Instagram page. You want to head over to One Time for the Fan on IG to see a lot of that coverage, a lot of the footage. I told you I was going to keep y'all updated. T-Will, didn't I tell him?
You told him, sir. You told him. You definitely told him,
sir. Try to let him know. We're going to keep y'all updated as best as we can this weekend, being respectful to the Atlanta Falcons because some things you cannot record. And they were tight on it. You should have heard about it today. They were tight on it. Like, they would stand in front of your camera if they think that you're recording. Like, they would stand right in front of
they weren't playing about that. They got on somebody yesterday when we were there.
I think Eric and DeMario had a situation today where, there was talking about that that situation with the phones and security and so on. So hopefully everything is straightened out. Don't have that problem again. Philip Crawford, there's football players and then there's motherfuckers. Pierce is a motherfucker, and I love it. Hey, Pierce, let me tell you something. That Joker right there, he about that life, man. He's about that life. You don't care if you're first year, second year, third year, fourth year. When James Pierce Jr. put them hands on you, you better get ready.
Put them paws on you.
Put them paws on you. But yeah, James Pierce Jr., big shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. There were some scuffles going on today. You'd be seeing a lot of players in the mix from the first scuffle, and then shortly after the next play, the scuffle happened. Started up again. So of course on the top of the hill, we're laughing, joking about Drake London grabbing the referee flag. And I don't know if you guys seen it at camp. He throws the referee flag. He throws the flag like, break it up, guys. It's over now. So big shout out to Drake London for throwing the flag. I don't know if any fan caught that. But I was on the top of the hill over there watching it. I was like, why did Drake London just throw the flag? Big shout out.
Hey, man, Deshaun says, understand you were at camp today, but don't forget you got his yard tomorrow, Jack. It's not me. It's what Deshaun said, okay? Said it in the chat.
What'd he say?
It's not me. Huh?
What'd he say?
He said, Jack, know you was at training camp, but don't forget about my yard tomorrow. Yeah, he's regulating early, man. The Silk Legacy, or AKA Deshaun, just wanted it to be known that he expects to be first on your list tomorrow, bro. Look, he said it, not me, okay? Don't shoot the messenger.
Silk Legacy. When does the album drop?
Oh wow.
Sheesh.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Silk Legacy sound like one of them.
Oh wow.
Can you find my heart? Silk Legacy. Boy. How dare you?
Oh wow.
Big shout out to Silk Legacy in the chat with the roast already. DA Hunters in the chat says, shout out to you, Jack, for the coverage this weekend. For fans that saw the Instagram page of what we were doing and the YouTube shorts that we put up, y'all see what we're doing here. Like, there's fans who couldn't make it to camp. And I got a lot of, replies from people that was like, yo, thank you, Jack, for, showing day 1 or day 2, day 3, whatever you can. Because I live in Arkansas. I live in New York. I live in California. I can't make it to this coverage. And a lot of times I can't look at Twitter. They just want to go on social media quickly and just snap some videos. And sure enough, what do I have on there? One time for the fan. T Will's on there at 9:19 in the morning eating Rasta fucking pasta. I don't know
Great.
how T Will's eating
Great, by
Rasta
the way.
pasta at
Rasta
9:19 in the
pasta.
morning, but for some
Rasta.
strange reason, it is served
Delicious.
somewhere in America, and T Will found it.
Was Rasta delicious. Let me tell you something. Rasta pasta is as advertised, sir. It was great. My brother didn't like it because I probably shouldn't have it, but you know, my brother loves me. What am I gonna do? Craig says, by the way, he says, tell Jack to turn up his mic. I'm not gonna put it the way he put it, but he wants you to turn up your mic.
What? Falcon fans in the chat going in on Jack already.
I know, man. It's your day.
I got something for y'all. Lisa Shepard's in the chat. 82 Monte Carlo's in the chat. Lisa Shepard was at camp too as well. Good seeing her. 82 Monte Carlo's here talking Falcons football. Ray Fitty is in the chat talking Falcons football.
Ray Fitty, what up? Falcon Fandemic.
Falcons football. Of course, you know, we got my boy Jeff Wolf in the chat talking Falcons football.
Yeah, hey man, Jeff does not miss, dude. Jeff is on a roll, dude. I can't share half the stuff that he sends to me, Jack, but it's freaking hilarious, man.
Right.
That dude. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, shout out to you, Jeff.
Smooth C once again back in the chat. It's going down. We have Eric
Auntie
Parker.
Pam's here.
Carrie said that
Auntie Pam's here.
Sheesh.
Whatever, Eric. I'm not gonna say anything to Carrie because Carrie's our producer and we love her, and not that we don't love Eric, but whatever, Eric.
There was some Falcons fans that saw us recording. It was like, "Hey, you guys got a podcast?" Like, yeah. Like, oh, we'd love to be on it. And I was like, "Oh, just great. Our super producer Carrie's right over here. We can get you scheduled, set up, and ready for the show."
That's right. Auntie Pam is in the building, Jack.
I got a good chance to talk to Auntie Pam today. We'll talk about that in just a minute here.
Give her props.
Hey, Chef, bro. Look, this is Chef David, y'all. This is let me give a shout out, right? And for those that was at camp Thursday, Saturday, and of course today as well. Y'all remember that spot over there, right there next to the merchandise stand, T-Will, the burger spot? That Yuri kept going back over there getting them burgers.
I definitely remember the burger spot.
Yo, this is Chef David, right? Who's the owner of the company of the burger spot right here? So it's called Fly High Burgers, right?
Okay, what up, Chef David?
We want to make sure we give them a big shout out because the food was amazing,
delicious.
Of course, the price right there. It's not no $20 burger, Falcon fans. Ain't no $40 burger. I think the burger and fries was like $6. You know what I'm saying? For the fans that showed up to camp, the merchandise was a good deal. They had other vendors out there too as well. But I got a chance to talk with Chef David from Fly High Burgers, and just for that couple minutes of just kicking Falcons with him or just talking about who he is and who I am. We gained a lot of respect for each other. And then Chef David gave me, T-Will, don't tell nobody, VIP personally, man, gave me some of his special seasoning, man, that he puts on his food for the fries, the burgers, and all that other stuff too as well. Chef David has been in the game for a while. So if y'all know good food, I guarantee you will probably know Chef David somewhere in Atlanta when he's out here in Atlanta, or if he's in Douglasville, if he's out there Marietta, wherever he is, y'all. Fly High Burgers. Make sure y'all go follow this page, right? Y'all know we mix food and football all the time.
Jack,
right?
Jack, they're clowning you in our other chat. They said, why Jack Spade doing his sexy voice?
What? I lost my damn voice yelling and screaming for all the damn folks. Get that player. Get that player. Get that player. All right, cool. Get Terry Fountain. Get Terry.
Oh my goodness. It's just your day, bro. It's just your day.
Yo.
Oh David, God. We got Patriots 12 in here. Patriots 12. Get a life, dude.
What's up, T-Will?
I said, get a life, Patriots 12. He's in here doing his shenanigans again.
I got to get him up out of here. I don't understand why I can't get the comment up out of here, but I'm going to get him up out of here.
Doing his shenanigans again. Jeez, man.
We're going to find out.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. DSGB says, I heard Chef Meg was there too.
DSGB Hall got roast, man. See, y'all want to talk Falcons football? Y'all want to roast. Y'all want to talk Falcon football? Y'all want to roast? What y'all want to do?
I think they want to do both, Jack. I think they want to do both. So, hey, let's get into it, right? So you obviously feel good about Jordan. What's his name again? Jordan
Fuller.
Jordan, you obviously. Why do you feel so? Okay, what's the motivation for the positive vibes for Jordan Fuller thus far? Like, what have you seen on the field that makes you think, hey, he's got a real shot to start over everybody else?
We definitely gonna get to that, but of course, Falcon fans, please follow Fly High Burgers on Instagram. Whenever you get a chance, follow Fly High Burgers. They'll be in the city. They'll be all over Atlanta. I believe I believe his area where he normally is out there by Douglasville. But please follow Fly High Burgers, man. My boy Chef David, he was out there at training camp. Don't forget, y'all. Fly High Burgers. Jordan Fuller, man. Don't forget, T. Will. I talked about it. He's been with Raheem for a minute. He knows Raheem. You know how Raheem is when it comes to loyalty with some of these players, right?
Yeah.
He's one of those player coaches, right? Justin Simmons is out the door. We did draft the safety. I'm not putting Xavier Woods down like he can't be the starting safety. I'm going over the first couple of days of camp and what I've seen. And of course, Jordan Fuller having ties to Raheem in the past. And he wasn't working with the twos, right? Jordan Fuller was out there since day one of what I've seen at camp with the ones right beside Jesse Bates. Not saying Xavier Watts is not ready. I'm sure he is ready. But I think they're probably going to go with that veteran role with Jordan Fuller from what I see. I also want to go back to that tweet that JJ Watt put out the other day. To remember we talked about it. Right now at camp, we just can't put, a bunch of facts on, this guy made this, terrific catch, and the defensive line, didn't run their series correctly, didn't run their stunts correctly, because everybody's doing something different out there, right? Remember JJ Watt talked about that. Like, you got a front line that might be doing the bull rush, right? You got defensive linebackers might be in zone coverage, right? You got one-on-ones on the outside. It might be just out routes for the receivers. Like, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but then we see a fantastic catch, and then we automatically assume, oh, this guy may make the roster because of that. But when they're mixing up the ones versus the twos and the twos versus the ones, a lot of Jordan Fuller's on the field too.
Okay, all right,
right.
That's fair.
And that's the same. That's the same for D. Offord. That's the same for D. Offord. When the ones were coming out to go up against the twos, the offer was right there. Clark Phillips was right there. I'm saying you're starting early, T. Will. If I wanted my guys in there, and they did rotate some guys, so remember that they did rotate a lot of guys. Dorless was in the mix in the front line for a minute. Morgan Fox was in the mix for the front line for a minute. Rook Aurora was in the mix for the front line for a minute. Arnold Ebiketie was over there at one point. Him and Caden Ellis was over there at one point. Leonard Floyd and forget the other guy was over there on the other side. James Pierce was on the field at one point. They mix it up. But when I see most of the ones, T. Will, and William Amy kept hitting me up about this, I was like, bro, I'm seeing Jordan Fuller out there when the ones come out. Right now, if DeMarco Helms comes out and starts, it's a different story. DeMarco Helms is starting at safety today. But the past 3 days at camp, T. Will, I saw my ones. I saw David Amiat in the middle. I saw Rook Aurora right next to David. I saw Zach Harrison over there on the other side. I saw Caden Ellis in the middle with Devon Diablo. I saw AJ Terrell. I saw Clark Phillips. I saw D. Offord. I saw Jordan Fuller, and I saw Jesse Bates. That's just what I saw. Right? Even on the offense, right? You saw the front line. You saw Bergeron. You guys saw Caleb McGarry. You guys saw Newziel. You guys saw Chris Lindstrom and Jake Matthews. That's your 5. You guys saw Bijan. You guys saw Michael Penix. But look at the wide receiver group, right? You saw Drake London. You saw Ray. You saw Mooney before he went down. You also saw a bunch of Cordell Hodge. Did you not? You saw some Hodge out there. And you talk about impact players, T. Will, and people that I'm looking for that, could possibly make this roster. Chris Blair is going fucking ham right now.
I saw he had a couple of catches yesterday.
He had a touchdown catch today with the touchdown celebration. Dude is locked in. I'm going to clip this. He is locked in. Working with the special teams coach after practice too as well today. He is locked in. Whatever happened last season, most of those players they want to forget about that. They're on to this season. But what I've seen from Chris Blair the past 3 days at camp, that boy right there locked in, man. You know what I'm saying? But today, James Pierce Jr., that was a name that, is easily going to be right there talked about from podcasts to, journalists, people that cover the NFL, people that cover the Atlanta Falcons, they're gonna be talking about James Pierce Jr. Not because of the fights, not because of the scuffles. It happens all the time, right? Iron sharpens iron. Those guys got right back to work. It wasn't like Raheem had to shut the practice down, right? But James Pierce Jr. is a dog, man. And you can see a lot of that in him. You can see Jalen Walker too, man. Just the presence of, these players when they come over and talk to the fans after the practice. All the kids are running by. All the adults are running by. Hell, the adults are damn near. Man, you thought the kids was something when they run by and knock your stuff over, T. Will. Their parents over there on the same shit.
Really?
Just kicking stuff and knocking stuff over. Hey, man.
Parents knocking stuff over?
Can he sign this? Can he sign this? Bruh, that's my chair he's stepping on. That's my chair.
Yeah, man. That's why I got out of the way yesterday. That right there.
I told you about what was going to happen, didn't I?
That's why I got out of the way, bro. I was not in that mix yesterday, bro.
On the front line.
You got Berto in the house, Jack. Berto. Hey, Berto. Bro, it was great seeing you, bro. Really enjoyed seeing you. Really enjoyed the fellowship, man. Great times. And just want you to know that, bro. My God. See, man, can we with Patriots 12? Is there anything like, bro, come on. Dude, I don't even know why whatever. You know what? I'm gonna do him like I do kids. I'm just gonna ignore him. So thank you.
Hold on. He's with you, T. Will.
Huh?
He's with you.
Oh, I gotta kick him. Okay.
Yeah. T. Will. Bam. Well, damn, T. Will. You say bye?
Man. Because he started that on my other show, and bruh, come on, man. That's enough. It's like, bruh, you ain't got nothing else. They don't have Patriots chats for that. Like, I could see if he was being respectful, but every time you come in here, you got a 28-3. You got to bruh, okay. And look,
that's the one thing about going to New England this year. That's like, I already know how I've heard about Patriot fans. I heard about Boston. Yeah. All right. I know about Boston.
Yeah.
But to deal with the 28, the whatever shit, and this year we're smacking the Patriots. I don't give a damn what they talk about. I don't give a damn what poster, what banner they put up. I'm guessing they're gonna do some petty shit. They're gonna bring TV back.
You know what? I wonder if
they forgot to give him some diamond or some nonsense.
Jack, I wonder if he was a subscriber. I'm right, because if he's coming in here, if he's not subscribing to you, but whatever, man.
I'm here being disrespectful, man.
He's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. Whatever, man.
Did I give the bird lady a GoFundMe?
Yeah, I saw that. I don't even know what that is. For her trial, I guess.
What you think?
For her trial.
Ask DSGB Hall. They're in Mexico. Craig Diddy's lawyer. Oh, geez, not Diddy's lawyer. What in the world?
Damn. You know Craig is hilarious, man.
Oh man,
he said he want to beat you in spades, Jack.
Oh man, we can play anytime, man. Smooth C said met someone from Indiana, just wanted to get his shirt signed. Falcon fans were out there, man, and they were deep at camp, pulling up from all over. Deke Ruffin flying in from California, Kerry driving in from Florida, the Falconator coming in from North Carolina. Met some other fans from. Remember the ones from Carolina, T. Wood? I got there at 2 a.m. On what was it, Saturday?
Yeah, man. They were dedicated, bro. Sitting right up front
in the morning. Falcon fans.
Yeah,
drove from North Carolina.
Yeah, man.
Man, I'm talking about dedication, Falcon fans. Shout out to the Falcons social media team too as well. We're doing our shout outs early. Everybody from Fly High Burgers that was over there.
Where did they fly it from?
Who's in they going ham in the chat?
Yes, they are. It's your day, bro. It's your day. Lisa wanted to know where Jalen Walker was. Was Jalen Walker like not at practice, or Eric said he was in the building most of the day or something?
He was, and he was on the field too as well. Apparently, from what I saw, or I don't know who put the tweet out, but Jalen Walker, they're working on some different. I don't know if it's techniques with Jalen Walker, where he's going to have to be off the field, not in an injured type of situation, but remember that CP stuff, where CP kind of like has his own workouts, has his own routine. That Julio, like long time ago, that's what Jalen Walker is on right now, right?
Okay.
He might miss shirts and t-shirt practice today, but he's going to be in there working out, doing something. He's working, right? He's not injured. Okay. He's not injured.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's working. I think Kerry showed me the tweet. Oh, here it is. Is it a tweet right here? I'm gonna try to find the tweet. Carrie might go ahead and put it in the chat if she's here, or I can go ahead and try to find it. But Jeff Ulbrich did make a comment. He did speak on the Jalen Walker not being at training camp today, but he was out there. He just wasn't, running around with the helmet on. ATL Divas in the chat. Cam Johnson's in the chat. It's live. It's live. PS5 or Xbox is going viral. Everybody want to know. Everybody want to know what's up with the players with the PS5 and Xbox. Y'all might see it from the Instagram page on One Time for the Fan. Me going over there. I was putting this video together, going over there, speaking to the players after practice, and just asking them a question away from football, T-Will. PS5 or Xbox? Which, sure enough, they're all gamers. T-Will, they all
makes sense. It makes sense, bro. It makes sense.
Even who was that? Caden Ellis that mentioned PS5, Xbox. What about GameCube? What about Nintendo Switch? Nintendo Switch. Caden, we're talking PS5 and Xbox. Where did Nintendo GameCube come from?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Even Terry Fontenot today. Go back and check the IG page. Terry Fontenot came over again.
I saw that. I saw you taking
about Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis.
T-Will, Terry Fontenot talking about growing up playing Sega, how his son has Xbox Live, and he's talking about Sega Genesis. I'm like, yo, Terry, you got to give me the answer, bro. He's like, PlayStation. I was like, bet. But most of the players,
that's old school for real. Sega Genesis.
Really cool video I'm putting together because of it. Big shout out to all the players who, was, signing autographs once again, interacting with the fans. And then when I came over there, I asked them about, the question of the PS5 or Xbox. Everybody was like, PS5, Xbox, PS5. And then, players got into it, of course, not really getting into it, but, they're laughing and joking about it. But everybody's having a good time. This about, man. They talk football 24/7, right? And that's why sometimes, you got to throw them a little question, away from the game. Y'all saw the video with me and D. Alford. D. Alford said he want to play me and Madden again, and he said he's going to stream it. Y'all saw it on the IG, right? I didn't put that on the Facebook. I didn't put that on the YouTube. We're talking to the players after the training camp practice live for you all. Somebody could have FaceTimed me right there. They'd be like, yo, hey, Bijan, look, somebody wants to talk to you. If I'm right there in front of the player and y'all try to, get to the player like, yo, can you ask him, send me a shout out, something? I'll try to do that for y'all. Like, I was from a fan for the fan. Fans were handing me stuff earlier on the top of the hill. Yo, can you get him to sign this for me? I can't even get down there. All right, bro. Pass me it. Bam. Give it to the player. Like, I'm just a fan, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But it's going up and it's going down in a major way. Eric Parker said, old ladies were going up and down that hill with no problem. And T-Will got on cleats.
Whatever, Eric. Whatever, Eric.
You want to talk
it's
about
not enough. It's not enough. He got a wow. You had to give him a she too. You had to get the two-for combo. Like that was deserving of the 2-for combo, Jack. Really?
2 piece in a biscuit.
Wow.
2 piece in a biscuit.
Okay.
Chef David doesn't only do burgers. Nah, Chef David, man, they got a lot of stuff, bro. Head over there to the Instagram page. I put it back up. Fly High Burgers, man. They got a lot of stuff over there. I'm guessing the menu that they put out for fans at camp was just, for the fans at camp. But if you go by, his food truck and so on, they probably got a bunch of stuff. You can see from his page that, he's out here in the city, man. He's everywhere. But he's a Falcon fan too as well. We're going to talk about our Falcon fan. We're going to put them on a platform here, man. So big shout out to Chef David, man. But yeah, T-Will, cleats. You want to talk to the fans about what was going on about that?
I'm going to tell you what was going on. My brother, who I love, one of my favorite people in the world, but unfortunately, he is the best in the world at roasting anyone online. He is the best in the world at roasting you in a battle of words, but he is even better at roasting you with memes. And I refuse to be a meme eternalized for the rest of my life and beyond because I fell going down a hill. So if I go back tomorrow, I'm going to wear cleats. I don't feel bad about it. Whatever, Eric, it is what it is. Okay? Because you're not going to get me.
When you was walking up to the gate with the cleats and Raheem came by and said, what are you doing? You're supposed to be going through this gate. You got to be on the field in 15 minutes. Did you tell the story?
I had to say to Raheem, you and I both know that, you know what I mean? I mean, look, I know we have mutual respect for each other, But you and I both know that I'm past it. You know what I mean? I know you want to be nice, and I appreciate everything that you've done for me. But let's let the young fellas get out there. You know what I mean? It's a young man's game. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what happened. That the story is true, by the way, Jack. It is true. But that's what happened. He said, "I'm gonna make a meme about them cleats." Whatever, Eric. Do what you got to do. He says he do the podcast with cleats. I do not. I am not. I am not wearing my.
I mean, that hill is something. You know, that hill is. It can get you, man. It didn't rain this weekend, so if it would, if it would have rained, it would have got ugly. You know what I'm saying? People would have been falling everywhere. But I must say, the weather for the first 2 days was, it was refreshing for the first 2 days. It wasn't that bad.
It was hot.
But today, it was blazing hot today. T-Will, you picked a good day to stay home in the AC because I had to get up out my spot and go to the top of the hill. Like, I can't do this. I gotta go to the shade.
Damn, it was that hot? Wow, okay. And bro, you know what's funny?
Hot out there, bro.
The spot that y'all picked both days, I was actually able to get up under the was it a light post that we were like directly behind, and so it kind of provided some shade for me. So I was blessed. I was extremely blessed, man, because it was hot. It was hot yesterday, and if it was hotter than that, yeah, you're right. I'm glad I'm glad I had to work today, sir. Glad I had to work.
Lawyers in the chat. He wants to know, did both of y'all change up the background from our setups? I'm always changing up some stuff. We're always remodeling stuff in the room, and like, my girl says feng shui. So they're always changing up some stuff now and then. So I'm remodeling the wall right here in front of me. I'm trying to find a place to deal with the shoes because there's too many fucking shoes, and I keep getting more Jordans. So I'm trying to find a place to put this that's gonna be, it's gonna be nice, and I can create something that's super cool for me, like my little man cave area. But of course, right over here, I'm getting ready to do some other stuff right here. This is probably gonna be my background for like a little bit, just to make it easier because I'm remodeling some stuff over here in front of me. But yeah, man, T-Will, your setup. What's going on with your setup, man? You switch rooms?
I ended up just moving one of my computers just because it was easier because I made some changes to the whole thing. So I just had to end up, just because of where it was ergonomically, it just made sense to transition it around a bit. So yeah, man, that's it. It's the same room. It's just different angle. But yeah, man, no, hey, cool. You know what I mean? We're here. We're live. We're doing our thing. We're talking Falcons. It's great. It's awesome. And Jack, I got to be honest with you, man. This team is as advertised from what I've seen in the first 2 days. They looked great. Defense looked great. Definitely saw what everybody saw in JPP was getting after it. Jalen Walker was getting after it.
Arnold Ebiketie was getting after it today too as well.
Definitely. Well, I didn't see him today, but he was getting after it. Like everybody on the defense has been great, specifically with rushing the passer and what they've been doing. The offenses look good, man. Kyle Pitts has looked good. I got to be honest. Kyle Pitts has looked good. The first 2 days that I was there, like he was.
Oh my gosh!
Jack, you there? You're kind of StreamYarding.
How Pitts once again today. Is StreamYard again?
Yeah, it was. You're good now. It was StreamYard. But go ahead. Okay. Kyle Pitts again once today.
Okay. He was on point. Quick screen to Kyle Pitts, tight end screen, which he got that in the field pretty easy. And once again, they're not trying to go out there and take the helmet off and go out there and start tackling folks. They don't have the equipment on. But the plays that they're running, the concepts that they're running, it does look good that Michael Penix early in the ones versus the twos got Kyle Pitts involved quickly. I think he had 2 or 3 catches quickly. Ray McLeod with a beautiful catch too as well on the sideline. Bijan Robinson with an amazing dive for a catch. Bijan was going for it. No equipment on, helmet, shorts, t-shirts. He didn't care. He was still trying to go for it and give it man, just give it his all, pretty much. And to see Bijan do that, in front of the fans was just on their feet, standing up like it was actually in a game. So big shout to Bijan Robinson. But Chris Blair, one of the players I talked about earlier, I think he's having a great camp. Ray McLeod, Bijan Robinson, Kyle Pitts, Michael Penix Jr. throwing darts. and I mean like on point. Even Kirk
Oh
Cousins
yeah, man.
had a touchdown today too as well, throwing one. I think it was to Ray McLeod in the end zone. And they run their goal line drills, they run the red zone drills, they run their one-on-ones, their ones versus twos. They have a lot more that's they're gonna be putting out there when fans come back to camp on Wednesday when the pads get on. But these first 3 days, I must say, I enjoyed it. The fans enjoyed it. Saw a lot. Still a lot to go over too as well. I think Nick Nash is having a decent camp too as well. But even just to see Matt Ryan and the Ice Cubes at camp today, that was super cool because Tiwa, it was random. I'm up there talking to the Dixon way, and Matt Ryan is down there on the field with the Falcons, and it was getting ready to be the end of practice. And I said, you know what? Let me just run down to the field. And I told Auntie Pam and Dixon way, I said, let me go run down there and maybe I can meet Matt Ryan randomly. And sure enough, by the time I get to the bottom of the hill, some fans, Mario, Eric, a bunch of people were calling. Um, they were calling Matt Ryan to come over and take a picture. Which when you make that much noise on that front row, the players, the coaches, just VIP guests, whoever's there, they're sure to hear it. They're pretty much going to hear it. And sure enough, Matt Ryan walked over, took a picture, took a group selfie with a lot of the fans, and had to run back. But that was super cool to see Matt Ryan out there, just watching practice. Still looks like he got it too as well. So I don't know if we need another backup quarterback, but hopefully we don't no time soon. Atlanta Falcons fan that was in the chat said, man, it was like Christmas morning once the players came over. It's always cool to have the players come over because, you never get a chance to talk to them sometimes during the season due to the fact of them being so busy, working so hard. Even after the game, they're locked in. If they win, if they lose, it doesn't matter. They're just locked in. And plus, some of those areas in the stadium, it's really difficult to get down there to go get autographs unless you're like player friends and family, or you're passing by them along that same side if you're heading home, that type of way. But this is the opportunity to go get your autographs. And it's over there, and you can get it at Flowery Branch, man. It's a really cool experience being at training camp. I think T Will stepped away for a minute, so we'll have T Will back in just a second. Ray Fitty's in the chat. So I'm ready for that Madden to drop on August the 7th. I'm heavy on that Madden too as well. I've been playing it for a couple years, but more so on that EA college football. I've been wrecking shit on that game recently. So I told y'all I think I'm like ranked in like the top 2,000 or 3,000 right now. And I just can't be beat. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. Once again, 95 North Falcons Talk Show. Big shout out to 95 North. Drove, I think it was 15, 16 hours up to Atlanta for training camp with his family. Big shout out to you, Berto. Big shout out to your family too as well. He made it to camp before me. He made it to camp before me. He from out of town. He was telling Berto hit me up at 6:30 in the morning. Yo, Jack, where you at? I'm on the way. It should be like 20 minutes. Where you at? I'm in line. It's like 10 of us. What do you mean you in line? You from out of town. You supposed to be late. What are you talking about?
Yeah, hey, definitely shout out to his family. His son Alex has an MMA channel that he podcasts on, so I did say I would plug him. So Alex, that one's for you, buddy. Very, very nice young man, good head on his shoulders, of course, like his dad. Very nice family, and just in the conversation that I had with Alex, Berto's doing a great job with him. So
hey, big shout out to Berto. Big shout out to your son Alex. When you talk football with Berto, you talk football with Alex, like father, like son, right? Even when Berto was throwing the football around, Alex looks at me, he's like, "My dad need to go ahead and sit down." Like, what? He needs to sit down. Like, what's going on over here? Yeah, man, you think he still got it? Oh shit! So
yeah, man,
son talking that trash too. But we having a good time, man. We was out there for what, an hour and a half, 2 hours before.
Yeah, man, it was a great time.
Talking to fans, getting footage. Yeah. You guys saw it on the IG on One Time for the Fan, or if T Will posted something on his channel, if T Will posted something on his page. It was a great time these past 3 days, getting back with the Falcons, friends, and family in the building at Flowery Branch. So big shout out to everybody. Jeff Wolf was in the chat with the rise up. A lot of rise up in the chat going on. A lot of positive energy in the chat. Falcons commander said, yes, T Will. It was hot today. Also, go ATF Falcons. Rise up, Dirty Birds. The commander.
What up, Falcon Commander? He was out there yesterday. He was he was trying to get his recording
footage,
together.
Man.
Yeah, that was funny because he was he messed up and he was like, darn it. Well, I'm not gonna say what he said, but he did say darn it, but he was like, I'm sorry. And Berto and I was like, dude, we've all done it. You're amongst friends. It's okay, right? Because he was trying to get the take right. You know what I mean?
Take one, take two, take three.
Yeah, he was trying to get the take right. That was I enjoyed that.
This, I'm locked in, right? I'd had a long day before, of course, with Falcons, family, everything, golf and everything. And then I'm out there at camp. I probably had like an hour and a half of sleep. So I'm in my chair too. I'm just trying to doze off just for a minute. So hopefully nobody spots me and records me or anything. I'm just trying to doze off. So I just close my eyes just for a minute. Right, T-Will? And next thing you know, I hear Falcons. We are live here at the Atlanta Falcons training camp. It is your boy Falcon Commander. And I'm looking like this. My eye open and I look over. I see him over there doing the video and I'm like, it's Falcon season, man. Football is back.
Hey, man.
Right? You just got to sit there and just be like, it's football, man. Everybody's excited. T-Will, you know how many fans walked through those gates this weekend?
Yeah, man. A lot, bro. A lot. It was a lot, man. It was still folks coming up in there at 10, man. It was so much, man.
In there and practices ending like in 20 minutes. It's like, why y'all still letting people in the gate?
Yeah.
Like, tell them to go back to their car and beat traffic. Because traffic is bad. Shout out to the crew of Falcons staff that was driving the carts, the shuttle carts, to take people back and forth from the parking lot. T-Will, I pissed off some people today. I took the last parking spot. Oh, let me tell you something. That's why you do not be late going to training camp. Let me tell you right now. T-Will, he was out there 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, super early.
Yeah.
T-Will, I got there today at 8:45.
Oh wow! Oh, you were really late.
I was the last parking spot at the high school across the street.
Damn.
Whatever school it is, the middle school.
Damn.
T-Will, when I took that parking spot and those 15 cars behind me had to turn around and go to the shuttle zone.
Oh, they were mad.
Look in their face. Hopefully nobody remembers who I am because they're gonna come to the podcast and talk hella shit.
Oh,
like you made me late for training camp because T-Will, the shuttle was about maybe half a mile down the road.
Damn.
Because the people with the flags were trying to direct them up the street and up the hill. And I can hear them talking. As I get out my car walking toward camp, I hear them talking to the people like, what do you mean? Where's the parking? Where's the next parking lot? What do you mean it's up the street? And I just put on my damn.
You put your headset on and kept going.
Kept walking.
You put your headset on and kept pushing.
T-Will, I took the last parking spot and I made a video about it. I felt bad. I was like, I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all know me. I don't know if somebody recognized me. But I'm sorry, I took the last spot.
I don't know why you make a video about it, man. It's just gonna piss them off even more. Like
I had to make a video, man. I was like, I felt bad because I looked back and the lady's just screaming at the parking attendant. What you mean I gotta go up the hill? Practice about to start. And then I see another guy, he getting ready to get out the car and they getting ready to fight each other. I'm like, yo, hey, hold on.
Damn.
Yeah, I just grabbed my bag.
You got literal fights starting out there, bro.
Yeah, I just grabbed my bag and just kept walking, man.
I heard that, man.
I heard say, hey, you over there with the Falcon hat and the flip flops. I said, oh shit, I'm talking about me. Had to get it moving.
You had to get the moving.
Pamela Johnson's in here talking Falcons. I was comfortable up the hill in the shade with my trifecta of a fan. Let me tell you something, T-Will. From being on the field on the front row versus being on the hill in the shade, totally different. I'll tell you right now. So when the pads come on Wednesday, when I go back up there, T-Will, I'm in the shade, man.
You in the shade, bro? You're not gonna be in the front row anymore.
I'm gonna go down there to go talk with the players or coaches, whoever I can get if I can get their attention to come over, sure, or even after for the autograph, sure. But during the 1-on-1s, the 7s, the 1s versus the 2s, I'm on the hill, man. You get a beautiful view of the both fields. Also, T-Will, Lenny Craig going 5 for 5 today. Lenny Craig. Going 5 for 5 today. I talked with Lenny Craig yesterday. Falcon fans, I talked with Lenny Craig yesterday at camp. Y'all saw the picture on One Time for the Fan. It's on the IG. T-Will, I tell you no lie. I asked the man straight up. I said, bro, how far can you kick the ball? Like, no wind, either in stadium, outside, no wind. Straight up, how far can you kick the ball? Boy, this boy looked me dead straight at me, T-Will, and said, I can kick more than 65 yards. T-Will, he went 5 for 5 today.
You think somebody's in trouble? Let me ask you a question. You think somebody's in trouble?
Excuse me. I was talking with Eric earlier. Respectfully, it's a business, so we can talk about this. The coaches are talking about this behind the scenes. Journalists, players, player family, everybody's talking about this. It's a business. But T-Will, remember last year when Koo was missing those kicks in the offseason, in the preseason? Remember there was no competition back there for Koo? It was just like, we'll fix it. We'll get better. He'll be ready week 1. T-Will, if that happens next week against the Detroit Lions, or in 2 weeks against the Tennessee Titans, or in 3 weeks against the Dallas Cowboys, T-Will, if you have Lenny Craig going 5 for 5 and 7 of 7 and 8 of 8, and you have a guy who puts on the performance like he did last season in preseason, T-Will, are you concerned if Raheem doesn't make the right call on that one? Or is it, more so, he'll get the mechanics down right, he'll be better, he'll be ready for week 1, because fans want to win, and we did leave some points off the board last year. I'm not calling anybody out or anything. It's a business. Everybody knows what's going on. But T-Will, just your thoughts on that, because, they did sign Lenny Craig to come in there and kick field goals, and this is training camp, and sure enough, he's already 5 for 5, man.
I definitely think this is a competition, sir. I think this is more of a competition than some folks would like. I think this is a competition. I don't think this is let me bring someone in to compete. I think this is a competition. Now, that's all I'm going to say, because, I know, hey, different folks watch it, and I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, and I'm going to leave it there. But this is a competition, in my humble opinion. I don't, there are times where you might bring somebody in to compete or push someone to perform better or go farther. I don't think this is that. I think this is a straight up competition, and may the best man win. Those are my thoughts.
Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. T-Will, former ATL Sports, one time for the fan. Once again, big shout out to Carrie. I believe she's on the way back to either
Carrie,
Florida. Big shout out to Miss Carrie. Chopped it up with her today. Before practice, during practice, and of course after practice, we want to get something to eat too as well. So Carrie, big shout out to you. Bodie 3000, big shout out to Bodie pulling up yesterday to the content creator meet and greet at Diesel Tap House. Big shout out to the staff and the crew at Diesel Tap House. Y'all are amazing. Everybody over there too as well. Even one of the friends of the owners came over to talk to us and said, where have you guys been? And we said, excuse me? It's like, all you Falcon fans, like, where have you guys been? Like, we would love to make this like a Falcon bar, like a Falcons establishment, but during game days, he said, there's not that many Falcon fans in here. I'm like, bro, the facility is literally right up the street. He was like, yeah, but during the game, I guess everybody just either in their house or, he said people come out, but he said this presence that y'all brought today with all these fans, y'all brought like 50, 60 fans in here. Like, they was sitting there like, whoa, where'd all these fans come from? Wearing Falcon gear and clacking fans and making noise and yelling "Rise Up" and talking about Michael Penix. And, the locals that's in Flowery Branch looking around like, is there a Falcon game today? And it's the game in Flowery Branch. They couldn't believe how many people was there talking Falcons and enjoying some good food and drinks and, good fellowship and just talking Falcons. Every table you go to, talking Falcons. Falcoholic was in there. Big shout out to Falcoholic. Adnan too as well from Falcoholic. Big shout out to him. He was over there too as well.
I wonder what that says, Jack. Like, because you would think, that being Falcon country, that you would have a lot of Falcon fans at the bars during games. Like, well, you know what? Before we do that, I need to pass on a message. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic says, "Hey, Big Low Country said he wants his edge trimmers back. Don't shoot the messenger." So evidently, Big Low has another show going on right now, and he wanted you to get the message that he wants his hedge clippers back, man. So, hey, again, that's not me. That's just what Fandemic said. Eric Parker says, them fans that were in there be at the games, though. Oh, okay. Fair point. Fair point. Didn't think about that. That's a good point, Eric. Georgia Texas boy thinks.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Georgia Texas boy thinks the Falcons defense will be rated 10-17. Look, if they are rated 10-17 with this offense, woo-wee, we can do a lot. We can do a lot. That's all I'm saying. Like if that's the case, yeah, we because I really feel like this offense is going to be top 10. I really feel like
putting up, like you said, more than 20 points a game.
More than 20. I think this offense is going to put up. I'm scared to say it, but I'm gonna say at least 28, bro. Like they put up 26 last year with Kirk on his Kirk journey. I mean, bro, 28 is not a far stretch, and 28 points a game plus top 10 or top 17 in defense. Even if you're top 19, you can make some noise. You can make some noise. So, yeah, I'll take 10 to 17. Sure, absolutely.
Hey, Georgia Texas boy also said kicking competition is going to be fierce. Lenny Craig is hungry. Cool better come ready to play and hold his positions. Going down in a major way. And of course, Falcons Fandemic delivering messages from Bigelow Country Sports. Matter of fact, can you deliver a message to Bigelow Country Sports and let him know that you can't park the cars in front of the neighbor's mailbox after you're finished washing them? Tomorrow's Monday, and of course, wow. the mail folks, they come by pretty early, like around 8 or 9, and there's too many cars blocking the mailboxes. So if he can actually move some of those cars back into the driveway, and if he can get that bucket off from the middle of the street too, he left the bucket again. You country, he left the bucket again. So big shout out to everybody in the chat talking Falcons football. Falcons fan them in here having a ball. It's going down in a major way, man. Let's get to some more camp notes and some more updates because we're lit, man, and having a good time as a Falcon fan so far this all season. Is damn near an everyday thing, man. So once again, get to this right here, T. Will. Well, my boy Yuri posted this yesterday. Got to show y'all what's going on at camp, man. Yuri posted this yesterday, T. Will.
That's what's up. Right,
Falcon fan, that's what you get at camp. That's what you get at camp, Falcon fans. You get a chance to meet the players.
Check it out.
Bijan. Remember, T. Will, not Bijan.
Bijan.
Remember the video he just put out with NFL Network when it was like, so how do you pronounce your name? How do you say your name? He's like, people might be thinking it's Bijan, but it's Bijan. So big shout out to Bijan Robinson for stopping by, taking pictures. Of course, Carrie was also at camp today too as well. This is kind of like the vibe that you get when you go to
Miss
camp.
Carrie. Well, Freddie likes her.
Man.
That's for sure. Freddie likes her.
Freddie is I tell you, man, he is lit, man. You got Freddie out there getting the crowd involved, getting them hype. The fans out there, also the DJ too as well. When Matt Ryan walked over to take the picture, the DJ quickly changed the music to Ice Ice Baby from Vanilla Ice. Was actually pretty cool too as well. Even the Ice Cubes apparently got in the picture. Now, who took the picture? We want to find out who took the picture.
Took the picture, man?
The Falcons social media who took the picture because people were trying to hand their phones quickly to the staff that was on the field to take the picture because Matt came over. And, big shout out to Matt for coming over, to our group that was right there in the front. Some people had mentioned that Matt didn't go over to any other group and he ran over there to us, but they were making a lot of noise. Mario and them, they were making a bunch of noise to try to get Matt over. And that's how it is when you're on the front row. Like the players can hear you. The coaches can hear you. Like you got journalists walking by, Myles Garrett. You guys saw the video, Myles Garrett from Fox 5. Harry Douglas was walking by. Of course, they might have I think they might have like an alumni day or something coming up. Maybe Vic will stop by too as well. You make enough noise, chances are they'll come over there and say something to you. But it was just a good feeling to be out there with all the Falcon fans. Carrie's having a blast. Meeting the players too as well. Like I said, autographs from Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson, Jalen Walker, Jesse Bates was signing autographs. Yes, Jesse Bates came over and signed autographs. Caden Ellis, Lenny Craig, T-Will. Who did you see out there signing autographs? We got to give a shout out to the players because some people flew in for this. Like, who did you see signing players? Chris Blair.
Well, I saw Bijan signing autographs. I did see Bijan sign a couple. I want to say I know Caden Ellis came over yesterday, and I think he was one of the last ones. But I mean, I saw a plethora of Falcons coming over and engaging with the crowd. Some signed, some took selfies, some took pictures, but I did see a lot of fan interaction from the players.
And that's the good thing about it, because when fans come from out of town, when they get a chance to come, see the players and so forth, they get a chance to chop it up with them and talk football, talk non-football related topics, however y'all want to do it. But getting autographs, bringing your kids down there to take pictures, memories that will live on forever. Big shout out to the fans who take a picture with the player, or they get a picture, however, on the camera phone when they see the player doing whatever they do on the field or off season, however. And then they bring the picture, they go print it out at Walmart, T-Well, or they go print it out at one of their printing like copy places, like Office Depot type shit. They blow the picture up, they bring the picture to camp, and then let the players sign it. So I was talking to some fans that had T-Will, just hundreds of photos of players on the field. The Drake London touchdown catch, and these are photos that he took from his camera phone, and then he printed it out, went over there, and asked the player to sign it. So that's actually pretty cool. With some of these things that fans do just to go, get the player. Even you saw Vinny too as well, the Falconator. He had a
Oh my God, that helmet was, as the young folks say, fire. That helmet was beautiful, man. For Bijan, right?
Customs for Bijan Robinson. You should have seen this helmet with the visor and everything. I believe Vinny's supposed to be working on that for Wednesday to give it to Bijan himself. Bijan's been super busy with NFL Network and all this other stuff. The past 2 days, but today and yesterday, Bijan didn't come over to sign. Thursday, he came over to sign. But you got players like Jalen Walker. Once he runs over there, it's going crazy. Kobe Bryant. Go look at the IG. I got it up. IG at One Time for the Fan. It's right there.
Pierce came over there, didn't he? Pierce came over the first day.
Thursday, he was in the back, right? He was over there with Kobe Bryant and some other guys sitting to the side, and he was watching all the other players come over there and sign. And of course, we're in a spot where the players can hear you. It's the autograph session. And so we got an autograph from this guy, video from this guy. Caden Ellis took a picture here, and this guy takes a picture here. And then we just start yelling out, Mario, and yo, get James Pierce Jr. Everybody just starts yelling, James Pierce. He turns around, he throws the hand up. What's up, y'all? What's up? Everybody's still screaming. 10, 15 seconds later, he turns around, runs over there, signing autographs, and then a big swarm of fans come running over there.
A swarm, buddy. A swarm.
So, be prepared for that, Falcon fans, when you're sitting over there. Even today, I see. I know some players. Super cool with them. I called a player over today. Player came running over. I was telling the player, yo, go over here to the right. So I got a little space. Anybody over here? As soon as I got over there to the player, 100 people rushed me. Knocked me over, took my bag. I thought somebody was going through my bag. It felt like I was out Rolling Loud for a minute. Like, everybody chill out. Yo, hold on.
You were triggered? Is that what you were saying? You were triggered?
Come out yet? Yo, hold on. People just pushing me. The yellow rope. Remember that rope, T-Will? They're trying to hold the rope. And you know what's going on with that rope, T-Will.
Yep.
Going down in the major way. T-Will, you getting the cleats ready for the game Friday?
Is the game at the same practice facility?
Sheesh.
I mean, if it is, then yeah. Is the game there? Is it at Falcons training camp?
Oh no, I thought you was over there doing the restore and repair to the old cleats.
Oh no, man, I'm doing that to my keyboard. It has some dust in it. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it would be that loud.
Similar to gamers with the stick drift on the controller. People hate that with the stick drift. Sitting there and the controller sitting still. Next thing you know, you guys just starts moving left to right. Like, controller.
Yeah. Definitely.
Money Carlos said that Jordan Peele him movie is going to be nuts. What? Him? Jordan Peele got a new movie coming up?
I guess he does.
Are we talking for my ATL movies? Because if we're talking for my ATL movies, we talk Fantastic Four because
I mean, hey, that was great. I you know what?
I don't want to give away the spoiler alert, but spoiler alert. That post-credit scene shows what I was telling T. Will before watching the movie.
Oh yeah, Doomsday. Yeah. So definitely
now
does.
we know. I remember I telling you, T. Will, leading up to it, I want to see how they're gonna mix this and put this together because the next movie after that, the next biggest movie that's coming out from Marvel is gonna be that Doomsday, and it's like, how are they gonna put this together? Or the Secret Wars? And it's like, you see the post-credit scene, it's like, oh shit, well that's how they're gonna do
it. Hey,
super
Jack,
mm-hmm.
it's that time, sir. It's that time in every show.
Oh,
you know what it is, right? It's that time where we have a super chat.
Looking like a super chat. That's my voice. I've been yelling this whole weekend like it's like I'm at a damn.
I'll do it for you again. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic, thank you, brother, for the super chat.
Yeah, that's a super chat.
Yeah, man. Yeah, don't.
From Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, content creator, diehard Atlanta Falcons fan. Please go over and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. For Atlanta Falcons Fandemic. He's been on the channel before. We've talked football with Falcons Fandemic before. On the air, off air, he keeps it real when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons. So Falcon fans, you heard For My ATL Sports. You heard One Time for the Fan. You guys listen to a lot of content creators. So if you're listening, if you're watching, if you haven't heard of Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, now you get the chance to go hear about Atlanta Falcons Fandemic. Head on over to his page, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe button for the super chat.
Oh wow! Just stop. No, that's painful.
I'm trying, man.
That's painful. Don't.
And here's the thing today. The thing about it today, I'm calling players and I'm like Kevin.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can see you were on the struggle bus, sir. Carlos says Fantastic Four was a really good, and Him is a football movie, so I'll have to check out Him. Interesting part
Him is the movie with Marlon Wayans. That's the Marlon Wayans joint coming out.
I don't know, but you got to hear this. So Miss Carrie, as she so often does, shared with us a post, and it was from who's our guy that we love from Fox? Golly,
it's got to be Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Myles Garrett. Myles did not like the new Superman movie, Jack. He was not a fan of it.
A lot of CGI, man.
No, he was like, I know what it was. Like this Superman, what?
That's DC for you, man. They're just going down there. And
see,
they got the brothers too. They got the Gunn brothers too over there.
He was incredibly vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just when you like he got his ass whooped that entire movie. Now, when you get to the end, you figure out why. But he got like that was clearly a more vulnerable Superman, and that's what they were going for. Mm-hmm. And I could now again, I enjoyed it, but I would definitely say Man of Steel was decidedly better, right? But anyway, I saw
get a chance to see it. You know how I am about DC. Would you rate this before we get back to some Falcons football? Would you rank this one of the top Superman movies of all time?
Top Superman movie of all time? No. Okay. I would say maybe. I mean, again, it's only been so many Superman movies, but it would not. So number one for me would probably be Superman 2. Mm-hmm. Number 2 would be Man of Steel. This may be 3 or 4. I'd have to think about it, but it's not in my top 2. And mind you, there's only been 6 or 7. So, mm-hmm. Again, not a bad movie. I'm not saying it's a bad movie at all. Not a bad movie. I'm not saying that, but it's not our dad's Superman. You get what I'm saying? They were trying to focus on his human side and him being not fragile, but flawed. And it just, so everybody's not going to like it. Let's put it that way. Everybody's not going to like it. So, but again, not a bad movie.
As you're talking about it right now, as you're talking about it right now, I'm already starting to not like it.
Well, I mean, again, it was not a bad movie. They did have some, like Mr. Terrific was great in that movie. Mm-hmm. Great. So he's another DC hero. Great. He was phenomenal. Metamorpho, who's one of my favorites, was good in the movie. So it wasn't all bad, but you could see that there was a clear. Really, if you want to know the truth, I think James Gunn took a look at Zack Snyder's Superman and was like, I want to be the total opposite. Mm-hmm. Because if he's the same, then what are they going to say? Well, you're trying to be like Zack Snyder. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So even if the movie outright sucks, and I'm not saying it does, I didn't feel that way, but at least you're different than Zack Snyder. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think that's where he was trying to go. So,
well, I can tell you one thing that's going to be different. I'll tell you one thing that's going to be different. The defense from last year to this year.
Amen.
Atlanta Falcons fandemic is here talking Falcons football with this T-Will. Wouldn't it be
that defense won't be vulnerable, Jack? That defense will not be vulnerable. I'll tell you that. So
speak on it. Yeah, I'm excited. Wouldn't it be something if we're top 5 or even top 10 on offense or defense this year? It can very well happen. T-Will.
Well, let's hold on. It's not going to be on. It's not an if on offense. It's not an if. It's with the weapons that we have, with everything
top 10
on
offense for the Falcons.
We're top 10 on offense. Like, the floor to me, the floor is 10 for our offense.
Right.
With the weapons that we have, the position that they're in, second-year offensive coordinator, quarterback that can sling it anywhere you want him to throw it, running game on point, 2-star running backs, 1 and 1A. Tyler Algier starting on at least 15 other teams. What's not to like about that offense? Like, to me, the floor is 10, right? Just being honest. The floor for our offense is 10. If we finish 11th, that's a fail, in my opinion. Like, this offense is going to score points early and often. Just my thoughts. Defense, bro, if we're anything above 19, watch out. Mm-hmm. Just my thoughts.
You got an offense that we talked about even last year with Kirk Cousins in the mix. We were putting up points, man. And even we didn't get a chance to see much of Kyle Pitts last year in that offense. But with Kyle Pitts in this offense this year, even with Ray back 100%, Mooney when he gets back out there 100%, Drake London missed the 1,000. I mean, you can pick your poison right there. Who's going to be able to get down the field and move these chains? Bijan Robinson to help y'all on the ground too as well. Tyler Algier, #FeedTyler, is having a good camp too as well. And I can tell you right now that two-headed monster in the backfield, they're going to be helping out Michael Penix a lot. One thing I also did see too is what I got to call out because I'm there at camp and fans, you can agree or disagree. I only saw Michael Penix roll out the pocket and scramble maybe once or twice. Everything has been Michael Penix. 1-step drop, 2-step, 3-step, get the ball out, get the ball out, get the ball out. So just seeing that right there, Falcon fans, has me feeling like there's going to be plays where Michael Penix Jr. has to scramble, has to use his legs and be mobile. Yes. But if Penix can stand there in the pocket, T-Will, and pick you off all day throwing to Pitts, like the 2-step drop to Pitts on that inside slant route. I think it was Keith Taylor or whoever it was on the twos. That was like maybe 5, 6, 7 yards off the ball. Penix looked over there. I think he gave an audible XYZ, gave a little play signal, whatever the signal was to Kyle. And soon as he hiked the ball, down, say hike, boom, 1-step drop, straight to Kyle, boom, beamed the ball right to him. Kyle caught it, took it upfield. You're going to get a lot of that this year. Penix mentioning the other day, first of all, I haven't heard a quarterback mention Kyle Pitts like that the other day, like Penix did when Penix was like, got the ball to Kyle Pitts. There's gonna be a whole lot of that coming up. That's gonna be crazy to see this year to get Penix back to get Michael Penix in rhythm with Kyle Pitts. Eric Parker posted in the chat earlier. Michael Penix is damn near unlocking a new version of Kyle Pitts right now. That Kyle Pitts had 6 quarterbacks. 6. We got to change this, Falcon fans. We have to change this, right? So let's go out there and let's get some wins, man. Let's move these chains. Let's get down the field. Atlanta Falcon Fandemic with the super chat. My fucking voice is gone. Would it be something if we were top 5 on offense or defense, man? I can't wait to even come back and talk about this. Atlanta Falcons Fandemic, remember this question you asking right here. When when it gets down to November, December, when we are top 5 or top 10 on offense and defense. Right? We're gonna bring this question right back up again. We're gonna ask the fans how do they feel, how do they enjoy, how do they feel about it now? Michael Penix, let's see, Fandemic said with Penix at the helm, defenses will have to play honest, a lot of one-on-ones. And that's the thing I was telling Dixon Way today that's gonna hurt people. How do you line up when you got your 4 or 5 wide receivers or your 4 or 5 set and you got Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Mooney, Ray, Bijan out of motion in the backfield? However, who do you put your best guy on? Right? I mean, look at the Bucks week 1. Right? And they got a matchup against Drake London. Same for us. We got a matchup against Mike Evans. But the Bucks receiving core, I'm looking at it right now, like Baker gonna have to do damn near everything to get the ball to those receivers. Compared to Michael Penix Jr., I think we're in rhythm to have something special here, man. I really think we're in rhythm to have something special. Drake London, you saw what he did already. Yeah, I know what Drake London is about. Big shout out to Drake's parents too today. Got a chance to talk with them again. DeJuan and Cynthia, saw them as soon as I was walking in. Big shout out to the London family. But yeah, just man, you got so much working for you right now on this offense and defense, and then not to mention the coaches and the people behind the scenes who are making these players better every day, right? Yeah. And also the extra effort, the hard work that these players are putting in after practice, and away from the Flowery Branch, right? You guys can see some highlight videos and clips on their Instagram pages where they're working out, in different parts. I gotta say right now, Chris Blair's been working out with Mohamed Sanu. He's at the Legacy Sports Complex.
Remember I did not know that.
When Mohamed Sanu was on the channel
last year,
he talked about the complex before it was put together.
He
was telling us about this last year, and I'm like, oh wow, that's super cool.
He sure was.
He puts it in play. Now the building they got MMA training, they do wrestling, basketball training, football, soccer. Yo, Sanu, whoever's over there working with that Legacy Sports Complex, y'all are killing it. Doing a good job, man. Doing a good job over there. But Falcon fans, it's going down in a major way. I want to say thank you all, man, for being a part of the show tonight. Just real quick, before I get up out of here, because there's some fans in the chat that probably haven't gone over to the Instagram. So I want to show y'all something real quick. Right over here, you can see I tweeted this out, right? That's Kobe Bryant right there. Yeah, I was asking, well, where's Kobe? Where's Kobe? It's Kobe right there. But this is how close we are on the field when it comes to talking to the players. He's over there signing autographs. He's right here. I said, Kobe, PS5 or Xbox? He said, PS5. He said, all day. You already know. Started getting into that gamer talk. Big shout to Kobe Bryant, Hawk Mamba. Big shout to Kobe. Kirk Frost Cousins with a touchdown pass to Nick Nash today. Something to point out in their red zone drills. Chris Blair. Killing it out there. Had another great touchdown catch today for Michael Penix Jr. And then, of course, Michael Penix with 2 solid touchdown throws to Drake London on the touchdown, red zone. And, of course, Ray right there in the back of the end zone, too, as well, in the goal line drills. That was super cool to see right there because the fans were going crazy when they saw Michael Penix throw that dart to Ray, and of course that dart to London. He had another one earlier with the screen to Pitts, that deep ball to Ray, and of course that toe drag swag to Chris Blair in the corner. So Falcon fans, what can I tell y'all about the Falcons in 3 days of open to the public practice? Everybody looks good in shorts and t-shirts. Everybody look good. But this team is built for success. I can't wait to see them back out there next week. And Falcon fans, just be ready because it's going down in a major way. T-Will.
Yes, sir.
Get out of here, man. I know Falcon fans probably got to get ready for their work week. There's a lot going on. Throwing up some dates for y'all so y'all know what's happening over here at Rise Up Tour Fan Club, man. Most Wanted Tour. You see the dates. September 14th, man. September 21st. These are the away games, man. This is where we're going. So Falcon fans that still want to sign up for the tour, you still have an opportunity to sign up for the tour. Just want to head over to www.theriseuptourfanclub.com. Get your membership. I got some fans I talked to at camp the other day. Big shout out to all the fans who put other fans on game about the Rise Up Tour Fan Club too as well. People calling me at camp. Yo, Jack, talk to this person. Yo, Jack, talk to this person. Yo, Jack, talk to this person. It's a good feeling, man, because the Rise Up Tour fan club is doing some big things out here, and going on 8 years with the Rise Up Tour fan club. So you fans out here that's traveled and partied and have a good time with the fan club, big shout out to you all. And this year it's going down in a major way. Next year you can get on the cruise to June 13th through the 21st. 8-day cruise. Miami, Princess K, Bahamas, San Juan, Puerto Rico, St. Martin, and St. Thomas too as well. Big shout out to Rise Up Tour Fan Club putting this cruise together, man. 8-day cruise. A lot of people's already booked, but if you haven't booked, it's your opportunity to book too as well. The Rise Up Tour Fan Club also got that bus trip heading down to New Orleans. You already know what we did in New Orleans last year. It was going down in a major way once again. We're going to do it again this year in a major way. Bus trip, $300 per person. The information right here is on the bottom of the screen. Head over to the riseuptourfanclub.com, y'all. You guys can get the information you need for the bus trip and, of course, any other events they have going on. As you can see on the screen here, the Carolina bus trip, day trip to and from. We'll get you there. We'll get you back. You just got to buy your game ticket. No need for no hotel. But it's going down this season, and I'm just glad that we're so close. T-Will, we are days away from the Falcons playing the Detroit Lions. Days
Yes,
away
we
from
are.
Kirk Cousins carving up the 3s and the 4s.
Kirko.
Kirko. Man, T-Will. It's been a big weekend for one time for the fan. We had a great time. T-Will, I know you had a great time. Quickly, we'll see Bobby D's in the chat. He said, do they have another open date for fans at camp? Hell yeah, they do, sir. They have like 4 or 5 more. No, like 7 more dates coming up too, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They got the
Yeah,
passes they got the practices with the pads coming on this week. So
yeah, they do.
Definitely want to head over there if you can. Bring the family out. It's an opportunity once again to what? Get some autographs and some stuff, and meet up with some of these players. Matter of fact, I got you right here, bro. I got you right here. Bam. So let's see here. They got the 29th. They got the 31st. They got August the 4th. They have August the 5th, the 6th, the 11th, and of course the 2 joint practices on the 12th and the 13th against the Tennessee Titans. So definitely want to make your way out there. Bobby D is going down. My boy Michael's in the chat. He said, "Are we live? We live, man. We are live." Michael says, "F Kirk." Michael got that. Hal Pool, T-Will.
Yeah, seems like it, man. Seems there's something behind it. Looks like Kirk has sparked his ire. He's not happy with Kirk, but hey, man. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to, have a visit and talk these Falcons with you. We love it. We appreciate you. I have to run, unfortunately. You guys be good. I want to thank God for waking me up this morning. Thank him for just everything. I want to thank Mr. Jack Spade and Mr. Eric Parker. Give me my start in this business. And just to those of you who I got a chance to see out at Falcons camp, really enjoyed fellowshipping with you guys. It was so much fun, and hopefully we'll get a chance to do it again. Jack, I got to drop. Everybody be good. Thanks, everybody.
Falcon fans, T-Will, former ATL Sports, one time for the fan, going down in a major way. Falcon fans, y'all are great. Continue being great. Enjoy your work week. Falcons Pandemic said, "I'm perfectly happy with Kirk as a backup. Makes all the sense in the world to keep him." Looking at some of these backups around the NFL, I mean, it's $100 million problem to deal with, but if hopefully it never happens, something goes down. Some of y'all don't want to see, the other 2 quarterbacks in the game. I talked to a lot of fans. I heard what they said, and they kind of in the same boat as what Atlanta Falcons Pandemic is saying. Yeah, he had some problems here last year, and yeah, we paid him a lot of money. He didn't get the job done. But until you trade the man, you might have to play the man. And that's gonna be the funny thing next week, seeing him carve up the Detroit Lions 2s and 3s. But let's just say he has a bad preseason game. Let's just say the first 2 preseason games he has a bad one, right? Then fans gonna start talking. Oh man, we got him as the backup. Put Easton Stick in. Put Emory Jones in. right? We have 4 quarterbacks on the roster. How much are they going to play Kirk Cousins next week against the Lions? How much are they going to play Emory Jones and Easton Stick against the Titans? Right? Is Kirk going to play a quarter? Is Michael Penix playing a quarter? Are they going to run with Michael Penix not even playing at all in the preseason? Right? That's something to look at. We haven't even got to that part yet. We're just dealing with training camp. But I'm telling you, man, I talked to a lot of fans, and there's a lot of fans that agree with Atlanta Falcons fandemic that some fans should be happy that Kirk is the backup at the moment because the backup situation around the NFL is pretty bad. And remember, we talked about that a couple of months ago on One Time for the Fan about quarterbacks who could potentially be here. Do y'all want Ryan Tannehill? Do y'all want Joe Flacco? Do y'all want this guy? We talked about all that. Now we got Kirk Cousins. It's going down in a major way. Oh, Michael. Oh, I see what he's talking about. You have been talking movies and comics, not my thing. Yeah, T Will, we always talk, a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? T Will does have the For My ATL Sports channel, and then he has the For My ATL Movies channel too as well. So I do apologize if we got off subject for a little minute. Falcon fans coming here to talk Falcons football all the time. So big shout out to you all. Big shout out to Michael too as well, checking in from Puerto Rico. Big shout out to Michael L in the chat. Bobby D says, shout out to y'all, man, for keeping the energy. Thumbs up for real. Hey, man, big shout out to you, Bobby D, man. This is what we do. Blazing game, man. We just out here having a good time. If y'all haven't seen it yet, head over to the IG page. Check the stories page. I know some people was like, I don't see nothing on the wall. Jack, ain't nothing on the wall. You got to check the stories page. I put everything in the stories. I'm creating some reels from off of that too as well. Got a lot of video, a lot of footage too as well. The Freddie the Falcon video is out. I don't know if y'all saw that recently, but the Freddie the Falcon video, this is when Freddie walks over and, he grabs the phone. You know what I'm saying? He grabs the phone from me and got Mario over there, and he's just catching the fans. We're over here just talking Falcons, man. Look at the hill. Look at these people, man. That's what it's about. That's what it's about, Falcon fans, right? We're trying to have a good time. We're trying to have a good time. Michael says, I need to see Stick and Jones, which I'm sure we're going to see Easton Stick and Emory Jones this preseason. Fans can determine, if they're going to run 3 quarterbacks or just keep Kurt in that situation. But, let's just say, and I was talking to Dixon Way about it too. Let's just say Kirk is your backup, which he is now. Week 3, week 4, he gets traded, and then you have to go back and call on Easton Stick or Emory Jones. You're going to have some fans like, don't put them in the game. If, there's some fans, I know how y'all talk. Y'all don't want to see the backups, right? Remember when Matt Ryan was here? Who was the backup? Matt Schwab. Well, nobody calling Matt Schwab to get in the game. Nobody. Big shout to Matt Schwab, though. I mean, he was a solid backup. But wasn't nobody calling for Matt Schwab to get in the game. Didn't nobody want to see Matt Schwab get in the game. Sure enough, Matt Ryan was strong enough to take a hit, get right back up. I think he only missed like 3 or 4 games in his career. But didn't nobody want to see Matt Schwab. So I'm just saying, some quarterbacks get their moment, right? The Brock Purdy moment. Maybe it can happen. Maybe not. I don't know. But let's see preseason next week. See how these guys ball out, right? Let's see how Easton Stick's throwing the ball. The couple times I saw Easton on the 1s and the 2s, I saw him scrambling a lot. Don't know if the reads wasn't there. Don't know if the looks wasn't there. But he was scrambling a lot. I haven't seen much of Emory Jones in the past 3 days. Tell you the honest truth. I don't know if honestly I wasn't really paying attention much for Emory Jones. Not to be rude, but I didn't see him. I was out there front line, didn't see him. I was focusing on Michael Penix, even Kirk Cousins, and of course, the wide receiver. There's so much to pay attention to when you're out there at training camp. So much going on. Michael said, when is the game? They play the Lions next week, I think it is, right? They have to get the pads on Wednesday. Then they have a week, I think, of practice. Then they play them. What game is that? Let me just double check. I got my goddamn schedule right here. Let's see here. Falcons. Man, I tell you what. It's been a long weekend, man. I can't wait to get some good sleep. Waking up at 4 something in the morning. Driving up to Flowery Branch. Yeah, the Lions, August 8th. August 8th against the Lions at the Benz. August the 8th. Terry's in the chat. He said he did scramble a good bit. Easton Stick. A couple plays I saw from Easton. And then again, he might have completed a couple passes. He might have had some some good looks and some good reads, and he got the ball out XYZ, I maybe didn't catch it. But the times I did see him, he was scrambling and he was trying to get through the pocket and be a little bit mobile here. But yeah, Falcon fans, it's going down in a major way. Everybody in the chat, y'all are great. Look out for your friends, look out for your family. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing what you do, because we all we got, man. We all we got here in this Falcon family universe. Falcon Commander said, I saw Jones at the end of practice today. Go ATL Falcons, rise up, Dirty Bird. So somebody had an eye out for Emory Jones there at camp. When I go back next week, I'll look more into it. But some of the players, DSQP, some of the players I was looking for today were some of the players that we've been talking about here on the channel. Billy Bowman, Xavier Watts, Rukaror, Dorless, Jalen Walker, D. Alford, Chris Blair. Like, these players are getting some really good shine right now. So it's like, let's focus and see what these guys are doing. Like, every time Chris Blair steps on the field, I'm kind of like, all right, where is he? Where's 19? All right, there he goes. Good route, off the ball movement, the way he's getting over Phoenix, good throw, catching. I tweeted about it, talked about it. There's some players that's making a name for themselves right now, and it's going to be exciting to see over the next couple of days what they do and how they do to be prepared to see if they make the 53. Terry Wilson said, please like, share, and subscribe. For my ATL Sports, for my ATL Movies, sipping tea with T. He's got a lot going on over there, but he keeps it real with Atlanta. He keeps it real with the fan base. Falcons Fandemic said, what do you think, Jack? Should the starters play? Hey, man, I tell you right now, I mean, yeah, but to some extent, man, you don't want to have these guys out there late in the first quarter, in the second quarter. But fans are going to get mad either way. You play a group for 2 series, and then you go out there and look soft against the Bucks week 1. People's going to remember the 2 series. Oh, you only play Drake London 8 snaps. You only play Bijan 4 snaps. But then if you play the guy for a whole quarter, you got people complaining, why y'all playing him that long? Get him out the game. They got to be ready for the Bucks. It's both sides of the fence. Let the starters play on the level of, what are you trying to see from the starters, right? Are you just trying to see them move the chains? You trying to see how strong this unit's going to be? You trying to see if you need to get some, if you a guy like, hey, this wide receiver might not be good in this spot. Let's get another guy in the mix, or maybe this offensive lineman, which for the ones on the starters, I don't think no offensive lineman's going to have a problem. We should be good, but to play the starters is a smart move, only for a little bit. Don't keep him out there for longer than what Eric Parker said, 2 drives. Don't keep him out there for longer than that's it, the 2 series. Right now, if it's 5 minutes left in the first quarter against the Lions and Penix is still out there, it's not week 1. Like, get him off the field. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I'm not Raheem. Matt Raheem. They might say we're going to get a whole quarter out of Michael Penix. He only played 3 games last year. We got to get him in rhythm. I'm not Raheem, but do I think the starters play? Yes. I'm just hoping they don't play a lot. And of course, we're always praying that the players are healthy before the game, during the game, and after the game too as well. Terry said he can't wait to see the squad in action. Lisa Shepard said, I can't wait to be back in the Benz. It's real soon, Lisa Shepard. Falcon Commander, my eyes be on our quarterback corp, on the quarterback corps. Go ATL Falcons. Rise up, Dirty Birds. Who we got? We got Armand in the chat. He said James Pierce really. Is it James Pierce playing good? Is he playing with one? Is he playing with first or second team? I'm sorry. James Pierce, from what I saw earlier in the day, he was playing with both teams. He was playing with the 2s here and there. He was playing with some 1s here and there. Now the 1s on offense was going up against the 2s on defense. And of course, the 2s on offense with Kirk Cousins was going up against the 1s on defense. So you saw a lot of James Pierce Jr. today. That's how the mix with the scuffle and everything got on with him and Bergeron. He was in there, with the 2s going up against, Bergeron and some of those guys, and he got a little physical out there. But of course, iron sharpens iron. These guys do it. They've been through this before. I'm sure James Pierce has probably got into a scuffle at Tennessee or something like that, or been in the midst. All these players go through that. They've seen it before. It's nothing new to them. That's why Drake grabbed the flag from the ref and threw the flag. Like, break it up. Come on, we're here in front of 7,000 fans. Y'all guys get it together. It wasn't like the Cam Newton fight when he was over there out for blood on Josh Norman that day when he was trying to rip off the jersey and nah, they ain't finna do all that. It was doing it. They did get a little scuffle out there. It was good to see. But James Pierce playing good. Yes, I would say James Pierce is playing good right now. Shorts and t-shirts. But they're gonna put the pads on this week, and it's gonna get physical, man. It's gonna get active. Michael said, "What do you think of the Chark signing?" So that's what I'm looking at when it comes to the wide receiver group. It wasn't because of Mooney. I think the whole DJ Chalk thing, came into play just to see how they want to just try to just strengthen the wide receiver group. DJ Chalk is a veteran too as well. He does have that advantage over Casey Washington and even the Chris Blair because he's played in the NFL for a few teams, and he has, that, not saying that starter quality, but he's been in that role somewhere in that system before where he's been targeted by quarterbacks a few times. And then of course, Casey Washington, Chris Blair, they got to work the system to get up the ranks to make this roster. But the wide receiver group, you have Drake London, you have Mooney, that's 1-2, you have Ray, that's your 3. I keep saying Cordell is your 4, and then 5, 6, however they want to address it. If there's 7, maybe we'll look into that. But I think if you're going 5 and 6 after Hodge, is it Jamal Agnew, right? Is it like you mentioned, is it DJ Chark, right? Is it going to be Casey Washington or Chris Blair? If you're going off Jack Spade from me seeing these 3 days at camp, if you put Jamal Agnew at your 5, and Jamal Agnew is a solid special teams guy too as well, so we should be able to get a lot of yards off special teams, punt and kick return too as well. Go look at Jamal Agnew's tape. He's a beast. If you put Agnew at the 5 and you go with 6 receivers, Jack, who would you say is the 6 right now from the 3 days of open to the public camp? If you had to go put your 53 together tomorrow and make a cut, which we're just going off the wall here, who would you say is your 6? I'm going to say Chris Blair. That's what I'm going to say. I know Chalker's out there. I know he has some connections with playing with Easton Stick back with the Chargers. It's perfectly fine. But from what I've seen the past couple of days, I got to put Chris Blair in that mix at the number 6. If Agnew is, year 5. So we'll get a chance to see what happens there with that too as well. D. Offord, they was doing some kick return drills today. D. Offord returning kicks. A number 41, I think his name is Quinton. Can't remember. I think he's an undrafted free agent. He was returning kicks today. Ray got back there, messing around a little bit, returning kicks. I think Natron Brooks was back there returning kicks too as well. But for me, I think it's going to be Jamal Agnew in that role. If he plays that 5, who's your 6? Could it be Chalk or DJ Chark? Could it be Casey Washington? Could it be Chris Blair? And there's another receiver too. I think it's Quincy Skinner. For right now, from what I see, Jack Spade, I'm going to say Chris Blair. But yeah, Falcons fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe, man. We're getting ready to wrap this thing up. Falcons Fandemic, I like the idea of the starters playing just to get a look and feel from a different defense that we haven't practiced against. Yes, and let me tell you right now, that's going to be the Tennessee Titans. You talking about, y'all? They had a little scuffle today. James Pierce and I think Bergeron, those guys. Wait till the Tennessee Titans get up in here because, it's a nasty little front up there. So we'll see what's going on with that when that time comes. Jeff Wolf said, F it. Play them the whole game. Whole game, all 4 quarters. Sheesh. That's tough. Lisa Shepard's in the chat. We were so flat against the Steelers for the last season opener last year. I don't want to see that again. That is true. We were flat. Even that Eagles game week 2, we were like, we're glad we came back to win. But Kurt went out there and addressed the media and talked about it. He still wasn't in rhythm even after the Eagles game. It took him a little while. But then again, they didn't play much in the offseason. So it was like, all right, well, we just start from there. Technically, we were supposed to beat the Steelers week 1. We were supposed to beat that team. Maybe not the Steelers around week 7, 8, 9, around that. Week 1, we should have had him. We should have been way better prepared for that. T. Terry said, I saw Jack out there. Hey, man, if you saw me, man, we having a good time. That's what Falcon football is all about. Look, Falcon shirt, Falcon hat, Falcon, man, a bunch of shit around me is just Falcons, man. Just a lot of Falcons, whole lot of Falcon going on. I tell you that right now. Armand said, do you think we could play a game today and win if the regular season started today? Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Now, you playing the Bills or the Chiefs? I'm going to keep it real. Them teams are tough. You playing the Eagles, everybody's going to say any win is possible, any game is possible. That's true. You can go out there and go. We almost beat the Chiefs last year with Kirk Cousins. So Michael Penix could be a little different. Every team's going to be different, right? Maybe the Jacksonville Jaguars turn things around and go win the division, right? Maybe the Washington Commanders go win the division this year. Every team's going to be different, right? For me, I do think this Falcon team on paper looks good. I think they're going to play good. I think they're going to feel good at the end of the day because you have a good squad. You have a good coaching staff. So far, I got to give a shout out to Jeff Ulbrich for, what he's done with his defense and Jalen Walker and, you still got Jesse Bates back there and James Pierce Jr., some of the young guys with Rook and Dorless. And if you get those guys active the right way they need to be, like there's going to be a problem. Falcons Fandemic, he mentioned it with the super chat. He mentioned about having a top 5 or top 10 defense. I just named some of the names who can get you there. AJ Terrell. Come on, man. Look, we don't even mention AJ Terrell on this channel. AJ Terrell got shit so much on lock over there. Is Terrell Island for real? Why do we got to mention AJ Terrell on this channel? I ain't got to mention him. AJ Terrell does his job. Jesse Bates does his job. Why you think Jack, y'all never talk about Jesse Bates or AJ Terrell. They do their job. Terrell Island is for real. Jesse Bates, you're not messing around that backfield back there. We know what Jesse Bates is capable of. Plus the veteran role of having Jordan Fuller right next to him. Jordan's been in the league for a while. I know he's battled an injury here and there. He's been in the league for a while. Remember the Justin Simmons when we got Simmons? Put Simmons right in there. I know people were banged up, but they put Simmons right in there. Now look at what Jordan Fuller. Got Jordan Fuller on a 1-year deal. Already first 3 days. That joker up in there with the first team. And don't forget, things can change. Wednesday, we can come back and DeMarco Hellams is with the first team. Jack, you were wrong. No, it's off season. It's just the training camp. This is what I saw the first 3 days. The 4th day could be different. But the first 3 days, if I had to make a prediction, D. Alford is out there. Clark Phillips is out there. If you're a coach of a team and this is the start of training camp, honestly, Armand, big shout to Armand, big shout to Lisa Shepard, everybody. Let's be real. If you're a coach of a team, wouldn't you want to see your ones out there or your potential ones out there first? Why would you have your third string out there go up against Michael Penix and Kirk Cousins? Why? Why is Jesse Bates lined up next to Simeon Morgan from the University of Tulsa, who's never played a game before? No. Put who you need to put out there so I can see my look, so I can see what I need to see week 1 versus the Bucs. And if Jordan Fuller's, if miscommunication is not happening, and they go talk to Jesse Bates, and he's like, look, man, I'm telling Jordan do this and try to get this situated, and he's not following. Well, guess what, Xavier Watts? When you get in the game, you get out there and do some practice. You got there to practice beside Jesse, which they do mix some things up. I saw a couple players mixing with the ones. I saw a couple players mixing with the 2s. It's practice. See what you got. You got 90 players out there. But I do think from what I've seen, they have their core ready to go. I think D. Offer's out there in that mix. Mike Hughes and AJ Terrell was on the field every single play. Well, AJ Terrell we know is your 1, and Mike Hughes we know is your 1, and Jesse Bates we know is your 1. But guess what I saw between that? I saw Caden Ellis. That's your 1. I saw Dede. That's your 1. I saw D. Alford. That's your 1. I saw Clark Phillips. That's your 1. I saw David Amiata. That's your 1. I'm giving you the ones right there. I saw them. playing together. Now, you might see D'Alford get out the field and go run out there with the twos here and there. You might see Clark Phillips go over there and Keith Taylor subs in. That can happen in the game. Let's just say Clark Phillips has to take a play off and Keith Taylor has to come on. You do it in practice, you do it in the game. Let's see the look. Let's see Keith Taylor in this look with this first team. See how it looks. But your starters, ESPN put it out there. We talked about it the other day. The ESPN projected starters from that journalist. He said the same thing I'm saying right now. D'Alford, Jordan Fuller, Jesse Bates, AJ Terrell, Mike Hughes, Devon Diablo, Caden Ellis, David Amiata in the front, Zach Harrison, Rook Aurora. There it is. If you give me another player that can take any one of these players' spots right now, put it in the chat. Respectfully, put it in the chat. If y'all think Xavier Woods is going to be the starting safety over Jordan Fuller week 1, put it in the chat. We're talking football. We're having a good time. Ain't nobody being rude. I think all these players know that their jobs are in jeopardy. I don't care who you are. All these players know, hey, man, if I don't do my job, shit's about to get real. It's real. Right? It's real, Falcon fans. But the Falcons said Helms got a lot of snaps. Helms did get a lot of snaps. He sure did. But for Jack Spade, the Falcon hitter, big shot at Falcon hitter, I think it's Jordan Fuller. Now, Falcon might go finish the podcast and say, you know what? I did see Jordan Fuller getting a lot of snaps. But I stand on Xavier Watts being the starting safety week 1. Tell me about it, the Falconator. Let's talk Falcons. I'm not going to say you're wrong. You are wrong. No, I ain't. No, nah. You know when you talk Falcons with Jack Spade, you know what you're talking. You know who you're talking to. You know, I love my Falcons now. Eric Parker says it's going to be Watts week 1. Eric Parker's seeing what I'm seeing too as well. He probably see Jordan Fuller out there. But that's the look you're getting now. Once again, let's say Wednesday, Watts is out there with the ones. Don't come into the podcast saying Jack is wrong. Jackie said this. I'm going off of the first 3 days of OTAs from what I see. Not OTAs, training camp, open to the public camp. Now, they might go into the barn back there. They might go into that shed back there and go change up everything things that we can't see. It's very much so possible. But what I see for the 3 days is the names I just gave y'all. That's all it is. That's all this Falcon fans. But hey, if Watts is starting week 1, put the rookie out there. Put the rookie out there. I'm all for it. You're not going to see me get over there like, oh my God, why did Raheem put the rookie out there over Jordan Fuller? I can't believe it. That's not me. I'm going to be talking about how we're going to be a better team, not at Xavier Watts as the starting safety. What can he do to provide an impact immediately in that backfield back there, in that secondary with Jesse Bates? How can Jesse train up the young lad? Is Jesse the future here in Atlanta after the contract is up? Are they going to keep him here? They got a lot of money coming up in a couple months, but are they going to be able to keep him here? Is Xavier Watts the future of safety here in Atlanta? So many questions. I don't have all the answers, but I know one thing. I know we talk Falcons football and we enjoy this. Armand said, do you think we start Jordan Fuller week 1 and then in the middle of the season switch to Xavier Watts the starter? Only if you see a problem. Remember, people called out. They saw the snap count with D'Alford switch up last year when they saw Clark play more and a couple other guys play more. If anything happens behind the scenes, you know, the journalists were right about it. Myles Garrett would talk about it. Mark Ramondi would talk about it. But from what I see the first 3 days, I'm going with Jordan Fuller for the start of the season. That's just it. He has ties to Raheem. He's played with the Rams. Raheem knows this guy well. Signal calling, play calling, things that we worked on together in LA. You can come over here and do it, Jesse. You know, and the rookie, you just fall in line to it well. We got Jesse Bates. First of all, you got Jesse Bates back there, Xavier Watts. Learn from the great. This guy's gonna be a GOAT, right? He's gonna be legendary. Like, do the best you can to soak up the information from Jesse Bates and Jordan Fuller, because they've played starting safety for years in the NFL. And Xavier Watts has to get to that. So take every bit of information that Jesse tells you, where to be, why to be there. Because we see Jesse Bates all day in Atlanta and what he's done. I think Xavier Watts can learn a lot from hanging with Jesse Bates. So, you know, big shout out to That whole back unit back there. Big shout out to Coach Gray. Coach Gray got to coach Jesse Bates and Xavier Watts and DeMarco Helms. And oh man, this is gonna be so cool. This is gonna be so cool just to watch. But yeah, fans in the chat, it's going down in a major way. Armand said Watts comes in after the bye. If something happens, if Jordan's not playing his position properly, if the play calling and the signal calling is miscommunicated and they don't get it down properly, and we get beat 40 something to 0 against a bad team, oh yeah, it's time to make some changes. But we will see. We will see. Michael said Watts taking first team snaps. Yes, I did see Watts in there too as well. I don't want to just put out there that Watts was not in with the first team because they did have a lot of rotation. Don't forget, when you got your 53 out there, when it's time to get a guy in, get him in. When it started, when the ones versus the twos started, when the ones lined up against the ones started, it was Jordan Fry there. Just what I saw. Falcon fans going down the major way. Falcon said, let's put on the pads. Vinny, let's go. Line them up. Line them up. I'm ready. I had my shoes the other day. I called them out. I called Berto out. I called A1 out. I called Country out. Country lined up. Defensive holding by Big Low Country. Defensive holding, first of all. So we're going to put that out there. For anybody that saw that, I'm glad nobody recorded it. But I hit Country one of them moves right there. Tried to chop the hand down quickly because he put a press on me. But Country's big dude grabbed my shirt, damn near ripped most of it. I said, yo, bro. I said, bro, I'm in flip-flops. What are you doing? He said, I thought you wanted to line them up, Jack. I said, yeah, but this is defensive holding at this point. What is this? Told Berto throw the flag. It's going down in a major way, man. Falcon fans, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Once again, great seeing everybody at camp. Folks drove 15, 16, 17 hours from up north, 5-6 hours from Florida, flew in from California, drove in from Tennessee. People came from New York. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. Man, y'all are super live and lit. Like Terry Fontenot said the other day, man, we got one of the greatest fan bases in the NFL, man. So just be proud to be a Falcon fan, man. Enjoy it. And, we got more one time for the fan coming up. So shout out. And this is a long list. Everybody who, is working up there at Flowery Branch at the facility, the staff that deals with the parking too as well, they're up there at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning with this shit. Right? The security at the gates, they out there in the hot sun too as well. Man, all the vendors, the merchandise folk, J Envy, DJ J Envy was out there getting folks cranked up. They got a guy named Charlie B. He's the new DJ or hype man, I think, at the stadium. His name's Charlie B. Shout out to Charlie B too as well, because he was hyping up the fans over there on the field. Safe security too as well. The ones that allowed us to have our fun. Big shout out to y'all. And of course, like I said, 92.9, Mike Bell. Big shout out to Mike Bell and Carl Dukes and Mike Conti, man. I got some pictures. I'm going to post them. We had a chance to talk with them Thursday. Went over to Hooters just to grab some food and stuff. Yuri and T-Will, their team Hooters all day. They probably got shares and stocks and bonds and fucking Hooters. But we go over there to get some wings. Power is out. Hooters staff allows us to go in there and, hang out, and they serve us some drinks and so on. And Mike Bell's in there talking Falcons. And this is something where we're talking sports with Mike Bell, who's on the radio every day from 2 to 6 or 3 to 7, I can't remember, with Carl Dukes. But it's a one-on-one. Well, not one-on-one. It was T-Will and Country and, all of us over there. But we're having a conversation with Mike about Falcons off the air, Braves off the air, right? And we're being real about it because we're all fans. We're all diehard fans. We want to see the team win. What makes the Braves, what can make the Braves get better? What can make the Falcons get better? What about the Hawks? Right? And after that, you have some drinks and you laugh and joke and you go about your day. But big shout out to Mike Bell. Big shout out to Carl Dukes. Big shout out to the whole crew 92.9. Fred the Falcon, Jeff too as well. Everybody who works in that little department over there. Raheem, Terry Fontenot, Matt Ryan, staff, like I said, the players, man, a whole list of players, pictures, videos, autographs, answering the PS5, Xbox question for my video I'm putting together. Anything, man. Players were just in high spirits, man. I don't know if it's because of the fans or it's because it's the end of practice and it was hot as shit out there. But we're just having a good time. We're just having a good time. And Vinny can tell you, the Falconer can tell you, driving from North Carolina to come see the Falcons. Berto can tell you, driving 18 something hours to go see the Falcons. Deep can tell you, flying in from California for 2 days to see the Falcons. Football's back. Football's back, man. I just can't wait. Jamal Hill's in the chat said, one time for the one time. Hashtag rise up. Hashtag feed Tyler in the chat. Krista's in the chat. Miss Pritchett here. She said, hey, Miss Pritchett, rise up to you as well. Big shout to Chef David. Don't forget Fly High Burgers, man. Chef David over there, Fly High Burgers catering, man. Like they got it going down in a major way. And they looked out for me the other day. And I had the seasoning. I should have brought it. I'll bring it to the show on Wednesday. But the food was good. It was, it was priced good too as well. I don't want to go to no spot and pay no $12, $13. I'm gonna be there for 2 hours. And no, man, I ain't trying to do all that. But the food was on point. The fries, the burger, like you can taste the seasoning from the fries to the food too as well. But this is their page right there, Fly High Burgers. You can head over to their website too as well. You can see they have a lot of video working with some people from Tyler Perry too as well, working in the community too as well. Probably a lot of food truck events that they're going to be at too as well. So big shout out to Chef David over there, Fly High Burgers. And of course, the young lady that was working at the front too as well. Can't remember her name, but she was super nice, super, super nice. Even rode the cart back with her going to the parking lot. And, she talked about, just having a good time and how hot it was and everything. We laughed, shared a couple jokes and everything. Big shout out to Chef David over there, Fly High Burgers, man. We had some really good words, man. We talked for a minute, just about just business, Atlanta, sports, just quick 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. He even asked about the podcast and so on, and he watched the podcast I think the other night too as well. So big shout out to Chef David, man. So make sure y'all head over to Fly High Burgers if y'all out there I-20 West, or even if they're in the city, man. If I find out I'm gonna get some more information for y'all when they're going to be down at maybe a festival or somewhere near the stadium. We might have to pull up. We might have to do just a one-time pull up quick, go over there, grab some food, talk some Falcons, you know what I'm saying, and just chill, man, because they look out for me, I look out for them, man. So big shout out to Fly High Burger, Chef David, man. Falcon fans in the chat, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. We are live. We are lit. I thank you all for being here tonight. Got a lot of stuff to go take care of. Falcon Commander said, get that burger medium. Go eat your Falcons. Rise up, dirty birds. This is what you're getting, man. Look at this. The rise ups in the chat. A lot of new folks here tonight too as well. First time folks here. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button on YouTube. Go over to the Facebook page, One Time for the Fan. Instagram page. I didn't put it up before too many times, man. One Time for the Fan on Instagram. You can see a lot of the stories, the players, everything. I did everything for y'all. I could have just put the camera in my pocket and just, got my autographs and pictures and went the fuck home. But no, talking to players, just letting y'all see the hard work that these players go through every single day. Got a celebrity in the chat. His name is Yuri. Yuri, man, big shout out to you, sir. Hey, you got family, I say, travel from everywhere. And Yuri's a person that pulls up. It's a Falcon event, Falcon practice, Falcon game, home or away, don't matter. Yuri's there. Hawks too as well. Yuri's traveling to Summer League games in Vegas. Braves too as well. Atlanta United, Atlanta Dream. Like Yuri's living the dream. He's living his life right now. He's enjoying this, man. This is what it's all about. Big shout out to you, Yuri, man. Of course, we'll be back out there real soon at Falcons practice. But Falcon fans, gotta hit that like, gotta hit that share, gotta hit that subscribe. And we got that Patriot fan up out of here. We got the Patriot fan up out of here. So no more of that bullshit. We got to deal with that no more. D. Hunter said, rise up, hyped for the season. D. Hunter, what games you going to? Let's talk about that on Wednesday. We're getting close to the season. Let's talk about some games. Let's talk about some home games. Let's talk about some away games. Matter of fact, let's hook a fan up. Let's hook a fan up with maybe some preseason tickets, right? So if you want to go to a preseason game, if you haven't been to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, if you want to go to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, if you want old Jax Bay to look out for you, come back to the show Wednesday, right? We might be able to. I know I got two. We get two tickets. We can do two. Hopefully, we can do four. Get everybody together, hang out, have a good time. But at the end of the day, it's from the fan for the fan. It's one time for the fan. I love this shit, man. I'm going to continue doing this forever. Jamal Hill said KP Pro Bowl and contract extension. I'm stamping that. Well, Jamal, let's not say Pro Bowl for Kyle Pitts because you can't play the Pro Bowl if you're going to the Super Bowl. He do that big little country. Oh, what about hit that big low one? Can't say Pro Bowl if you're going to the Super Bowl. Dean Hunter says San Fran. I'll be flying down for some home games and the playoff. Oh, y'all just full of energy tonight. Y'all just full of positivity. Flying down for the playoffs. This man is talking about playoffs in July. Jamal Hill's talking about Pro Bowl in July. Yo, it's going down in a major way. I swear, every time I go live, y'all bring that energy that the Falcon fans love to see. Hey, man, y'all have a good one. Y'all be great. One time for the fan. Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Amazon Podcast, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere, man. We outside. We outside. Carrie's here. Carrie's here. Now we can end the show gracefully. Carrie is here. Carrie put me on game today, too, as well. I ain't never had coverts. Never had coverts. And today, I must say that coverts is pretty damn good. It had a long line at a Longhorn Steakhouse. And I told Country, I said, man, we're bringing 20. How many tables you got? Country said, I only got 2 tables left. I said, well, can you get the other ones wiped down? Sheesh. Falcon fans. Carrie said, amazing training camp today. Have a great night, everyone. I'll have to catch the replay. Carrie, take your time. Enjoy your night. Have fun. Big shout out to your family, too, as well. Carrie, look into the Augusta thing I told you about. Remember the Augusta stuff I told you about for next year? If you can look into that for me and help me out. Carrie said Culver's is good. Culver's is good for fast food, fresh burgers and fries. It always hits. The ice cream there is good too. Carrie put me on game. I don't see a Culver's every day, but today I told Carrie, look, I got a golf game at 2:30. It's 1:15, and we got to eat. And Country looking at me like, well, I ain't finna sit no 45 minutes for no long homebo. I said, well, we got to make a decision, my boy, because we got to eat. Carrie's like, let's just do Culver's. It's pretty good. I'm sitting over there like, man, if I got to waste my money and go and cuss these folks out, I'm going to be pissed. Yo, that Culver's is hitting right now. I got to find me a Culver's nearby the house, man. I might even drive miles for that Culver's, man. Big shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Falcon Commander here talking Falcons football. Falcon fans, hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe button. I will see y'all on, I think we're going to do a pop-up show Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to go to Atlanta United. Tickets are dirt cheap. But yeah, Wednesday, Atlanta United is going down in a major way. So I will see y'all this week one time for